Welcome back to Ben Rants, and when I was a kid, the phrase, "I'd rather watch paint dry," was never needed. Hey guys, it's January 3rd, 2011. You know what that means? Hi, Buffy Amiyumi's coming back on today! Yay! Or at least that's what we thought. However, Cartoon Network being them dumb selves isn't gonna air this show ever again. Ugh! Seeing as how I recently spent the New Year's weekend at my cousin's house, and I was forced to watch some of Cartoon Network's new programming, and I got to see a lot of what they've been doing recently since I've ranted about them, I decided to do another rant on them, just to provoke my anger onto them. I'm going to start with the fact that they still have Cartoon Network Real around. I mean, sure, the block doesn't exist anymore, but they still have live-action shows on. Cartoon Network, when are you ever gonna realize we do not want live action on Cartoon Network? It just ruins the purpose, doesn't it? I mean, come on. What are some of the live-action shows they have on Cartoon Network? Well, so far, the only surviving shows from the Cartoon Network Real block are Dude, What Would Happen and Destroy, Build, Destroy. But they have added a lot more live-action shows to their stinking channel. One of them, that recently got canceled, thank goodness, is Unnatural History. Think of Time Squad, except not animated and not funny. Then you got Unnatural History. Then there's Tower Prep, which is basically a school of a bunch of mute kids that are different from everybody else. X-Men rep off anyone? But there's something about this show that really surprises me. It's created by Batman the Animated Series writer, Paul Dini. What? Paul Dini? How could you? How? It's a live-action show. Did you not know Cartoon Network would air it? Paul Dini, why? Why would you do this? And I'll say it before I say it again. Cartoon Network Real. Stupidest idea for a channel to do ever. But Cartoon Network doesn't even call themselves Cartoon Network anymore. They call themselves CN. CN? Are you serious? CN. What a load of crap. Way to hide your former selves, Cartoon Network. No, excuse me, CN. Also, while I was watching a lot of Cartoon Network, I recently discovered that they got this new boring blocky logo and these new promos, and I gotta say, these promos are so ridiculously weird. I mean, they're just so weird and random. It's like you wouldn't even expect them to be promos for Cartoon Network. They're just so weird and random. Like, I remember one where it was like dinosaur dog, and it showed a dog with a dinosaur head. And another one was like a multiple choice question that they aired during Halloween. What would you do if you saw a ghost? Would you A, run, B, try to fight it, C, call the Ghostbusters, or D, give it its dirty laundry? And the answer was D, give it its dirty laundry. What the heck was that about? What is with these promos? Whatever happened to the old promos that had the stars of your cartoons interacting with all the other stars, and all the clever and hilarious promos that actually made sense? What happened to those? They're dead, I guess. CN doesn't care anymore. And what's the point of a promo? To make people want to watch a channel or show. But if the promos are like this, I don't want to be anywhere near a show that might be similar to this. So anyway, Cartoon Network's promos, blah. And I recently discovered that Cartoon Network are making new cartoons. New cartoons. That's what we need. And I recently read that Chowder and Flapjack got canceled. Surprising to me, but it doesn't affect me none because I did not like those shows. But let's see how the new shows replace them. Ooh, what's this? Adventure Time? No, not Adventure Time, please. Anything but Adventure Time. No! I remember back when this show first came on in like May of 2010, they were advertising it, and I remember seeing a promo with a little kid running around with a green backpack on, and he was shouting, "What time is it? What time is it? What time is it?" Oh my gosh, it annoyed the heck out of me. He just kept shouting, "What time is it? What time is it?" And I'm like, I know what time it is. Time to change the friggin' channel. And that's exactly what I did. And that was a promo for the show. And I was thinking, if the promos for the show is bad, then I hate to see the actual show. So this show is about Finn and his dog Jake, and they go on adventures, and a lot of weird stuff happens to them. A lot of their friends are a cotton candy princess that sounds like a guy, a king made of ice, this goth girl, and a lot of other weird stuff. And I've seen bits and pieces of the show, and it's just so weird. And gosh, the animation is so horrible. I hate bug-eyed animation. It's just ugly. Man, usually I don't care about animation quality, but gosh, these guys can't draw to save their lives, man. Gosh, Adventure Time. This show, I cannot describe how weird it was. I mean, what kind of people is this show aimed for? Whoa, dude, a show about a kid and his dog going on adventures that includes a cotton candy princess that sounds like a dude and a goth girl? Dude, awesome, dude. Wow. I'm glad to see Cartoon Network is trying something different, but this isn't the kind of cartoons that I like and I'm used to, so it's definitely not for me. I'm not saying it's bad or anything, it's just doesn't feel like something Cartoon Network would make. And to be honest, it feels more like an Adult Swim show, but without the cussing and stuff like that. So, yeah. So, what's another cartoon Cartoon Network recently made? The Regular Show? Regular Show? Really? That's the title of the show? Really? Regular Show? Wow. That doesn't sound very, attracting. Well, I might as well give it a chance. Oh my gosh! This show makes Adventure Time look like Shakespeare! Gosh! Okay, so it's about this raccoon and this blue jay, and they basically work at a park for this talking gumball machine, and one of their friends is this walking lollipop, and good gosh, what am I saying? I feel like I'm high! What the heck? Oh my gosh, are these the kind of shows Cartoon Network are making these days? What are they doing? Letting stoners into the studio to make cartoons? What is with all these drug-induced pieces of crap? I mean, come on! Anyway, Regular Show? It is regular. That's all I can say. It was boring. Basically, I saw the one where the blue jay and the raccoon play with the keyboard and stuff like that, and the keyboard has magic powers. I'm like, watching this, I'm like, what the heck am I watching? It's just, what the heck? I mean, I don't mind Cartoon Network experimenting, but these are the kinds of things they're experimenting with, then dang, that's crazy. No, seriously. I'm seriously starting to believe that these shows are just Adult Swim shows, but a little more toned down to kids and without the cussing. That's what I was thinking while I was watching the Regular Show. However, there was one quote from the Blue Jay that I heard that really made my jaw drop to the ground. Oh man, when he comes back, he's gonna be PO'd. What? Oh man, when he comes back, he's gonna be PO'd. Did that Blue Jay just say the P word? On a kid's show? Aha! Aha! Ha! 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 Are you freaking kidding me? Cartoon Network shows are now cussing? Are you kidding me? What? What? Ha! What? You do not know how offended I was when I heard that. I mean, I appreciate the fact that it looks like the FCC is finally giving up, but come on! Cussed on a kid's show! That is not cool! Kids could repeat that! I would know! I used to repeat all the stuff that I saw when I was watching cartoons. Well, not all the stuff, but still! You gotta be kidding me! Looney Tunes gets banned for being too violent when it's not really that violent, but this show gets a cuss, and it's okay? It gets to stay on the air? Screw that crap! Screw that! That is ridiculous! I mean, I don't mind a little edge to kid shows, but that's not what I mean! That's crossing the boundary right there! And it's not like he only said it once, I heard him say it again in this I heard him say it again in another episode. What is with that? Just heck with this regular show. Just heck with it. I'd rather watch a blue jay and a raccoon in real life have a tea party. So yeah, this is basically what Cartoon Network is. Live action crap that nobody's watching, new cartoons that feel like are being made by drug dealers, and B-list action shows and anime, and bad dubbed anime. Gosh, Cartoon Network is nothing like the Cartoon Network I remember. Why, Cartoon Network? Why have you stooped this low? Why? However, I want to take some time to talk about some of Cartoon Network's former programming. Class of 3000. Remember this show? Neither do I! So basically, this show was about former Outcast member Andre Benjamin, and he's basically a music teacher, and that's it. That's all this show is about. It was stupid, the animation was kinda good, but other than that, it was just unoriginal and just bland and boring. I wouldn't hate this show this much if it wasn't the show that replaced Hi Puffy Amiyumi, my favorite show. This show comes in, they cancel Puffy, bring this show in, and this show barely lasts 2 seasons. Cartoon Network, you sure know how to sell out, don't you? Codename Kids Next Door. This is one of the shows where I felt that Cartoon Network was literally starting to go downhill. As a kid, I used to like it. Then I grew up, and I didn't like the fact that it was teaching kids that teenagers and adults are evil. I will admit, it's an original idea, but though this show is crappy, I'd rather watch it than a lot of the crap that we have on today. Today's society is so bad, I'm forced to watch other crap because a lot of crap is too crappy. Ben 10, I thought this idea was stupid. A kid with an alien watch. Just another excuse for another pointless action show. Then this show got canceled. It didn't affect me none. I wasn't even watching Cartoon Network when this show came on. But then Ben 10 Alien Force came on, and I'm like, really? Another Ben 10 show? Why? Wasn't one enough? And gosh, this show was just as bad as the original. But then this got canceled. I'm like, oh, thank goodness, no more Ben 10. But then Ben 10 Ultimate Alien comes on, and I'm like, okay, now this is really starting to tick me off. Stop with all the Ben 10 spin-offs. The show is just boring action, a one-dimensional storyline, bland characters, and it's just not that interesting. So stop with all the Ben 10 crap already. Gosh! And don't even get me started on the live-action movies. The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. I really loved this show when it first came out, but then my interest in it started to go down as the show continued. But now that I look at it compared to all the crap Cartoon Network has on these days, I absolutely like this show. I wish it would air more often because I missed out on a lot of episodes, and I gotta admit the humor is pretty funny, though it can be gross sometimes. So, yeah, Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy is okay with me. Camp Lazlo. I'm starting to like this show a little bit more now compared to a lot of the crap that Cartoon Network has on now. See, that's just what Cartoon Network has reduced me to. Now, let's talk about another Cartoon Network show. Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated. I'll say it before and I'll say it again. We don't need any more Scooby-Doo shows! Just stop it already! Just stop! The original was enough. And stop making Scooby-Doo live-action movies, Cartoon Network. Just stop already. Quit while you're ahead. Stop overusing this dang franchise. Just knock it off. Those are my thoughts on Cartoon Network. But it's like every single year they tend to get worse and worse. I mean, some shows that I've criticized in the past, I now like them better than a lot of the crap Cartoon Network has on now. Like, regular show makes Camp Lazlo look like a holy grail, and Adventure Time makes the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy look like a friggin' masterpiece. I'm just so angry that my former favorite channel is stooping to this low, and it sickens me. It just really sickens me. I need to see another picture of my cat to calm me down. Hey, ole, 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 ole. I love you, Dexter. Anyway, I'm Ben, and I'm signing out. If you excuse me, I'm gonna go put a block on Cartoon Network.